think my daughter's been here. I'm pretty sure that would be Skylar. What up, YouTube? Just figured I'd come out and walk around the garden a little bit. Hey, check this out. I don't know what this is, but it's some kind of bug. Some kind of critter eating some of my leaves on this rhubarb. That's okay. It's been a while since I've come out and looked at the garden. Got some apples on there, look at that. I think there's some apples on this one too. Oh, ooh, there's an apple. Whatever this is blooming. Smells good. Raspberries and apples. Let's turn this around. Check out all these raspberries I got. All kinds of raspberries. This is gonna be awesome. Raspberries. There's even some over here. Cool deal. Would you look at this? Some of these tomatoes that I put in here, obviously I've been severely neglecting them, as you can tell. I don't water them or nothing. And look at that. They're still alive. They're still growing. I'm impressed. I don't know how they haven't died. And then our potatoes. Look at those potatoes. Ooh. We even got potato blossoms. Would you look at that? Huh. I wonder if you get seeds for potatoes. I wonder how that works. What does the blossom do? Does it make a seed? I don't know. You can see where I have weed eated and where I have not. Let's look at this. Look at these. How awesome. I spread a bunch of worm castings under this tree. You can see a little bit still. I just dumped a whole bunch all around it. And she seems happy with life. She is not upset in the least. Let's continue around here. Yeah, so you probably saw in my last video, my little puppy dog passed away. That was, I still haven't quite shaken that one yet. I've been feeling quite depressed, honestly, for the last few days. You know, just like, could I have done more? Should I have done more type stuff, you know. But, you know, it's getting better. I'm not as sad as I was. But it was a pretty rough few days for a minute there. But, oh, these raspberries, look at all these raspberries. I went and, I buried them on the back of the property and I planted a bunch of flowers in there. And so I was able to say my goodbyes, if you will, you know. And now we gotta get back to it because life moves on. So, ooh, let's see if we got some strawberries out here. Let's look at it, guys. We got strawberry plants. They're in here for sure. Don't see any strawberries though. Oh, there's blooms. Oh, did nothing. Oh, maybe. It might have been pollinated. We'll see. Let's look closely. Do we got a berry? Oh, maybe. It might be growing berries. Oh, yes, it's growing berries. Nice. The First strawberries coming in. I'm probably walking all over. Oh well. The rhubarb. We harvested a lot of that, made a bunch of rhubarb and strawberry jam, and she made rhubarb and something else juice. Pretty sure all of this is gooseberries. It's either gooseberries or capeberries, I'm not sure, but I don't know if we're gonna get anything on these this year because the moose ate it all the way down. So I don't know if it produces fruit on the first year wood or if it's next year's wood. But oh, these raspberries, wow. But there's supposed to be a lot of fruit in this area, so I'm hoping to see a bunch of fruit. This is looking like raspberries, so we must have a little bit of a takeover going on, but that's okay. Look at these tomatoes. And this tomato plant actually looks like it's producing a lot of blossoms. And I think I even see tomatoes. Look at that. So I took these pots. This is Pro Mix. So there's no nutrient value in it. I had it in my garage and I was watering it with hydroponic nutrients. But when I brought it outside, I just dumped a bunch of worm castings into these pots. And since I've done that, you see, you see it. So all of these plants, would you look at that? That would be a tomato. I'll have to go up there and get a better view of that in a second. But yeah, so look at these mosquitoes. Giant mosquitoes. Let's go up there. Got those tomatoes growing. Let's go look at that real quick, because that's awesome to actually see we're getting something, you know? We got, these are subarctics, and they're delicious. You can see it's dark on top because I threw all those worm castings in there. And so that's just Pro Mix and worm castings. And you see she's loaded up. She's loaded up. This girl, I was pruning her a lot, you can see, before and now. But you can see how good she's looking. Let's look over this. I think I remember seeing a big old tomato over here. Look at that. How awesome is that? You see that, guys? We are successfully growing. What is that? I think that is a black creme, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, this is the first time I've seen this fruit. And it looks awesome. So that's cool. Let's get that out of there. This one doesn't look too good, but it's not bad. This pepper plant. Yeah, got a pepper on it. This one's not doing that good, but it is producing some fruit. Neglect. That's what that is. All right. Whoa, look at this place. Green. All these tomatoes that I never planted because I ran out of room in here. They're still trying to live. I should probably do something. I don't know what to do with them though. Some tomatoes. Not looking too good. It looks like I need to come in. So you can tell the ones that I didn't put a lot of worm castings on, I think I sprinkled just a little bit on the top. They're starting to come back. You know, they're producing, but you can see that they were looking bad before I did that. And now you can see that they're looking better, but Still not looking all that great. See this? Look at how terrible that is. I need to come in here with some worm castings and get to topping all this. Because the areas that I did put worm castings, look at that. You know what I mean? Like, it is obvious difference in the plants that had worm castings when I planted them and the ones that didn't. You know what I mean? Look at this. Let's get us some tomatoes in here. Sure enough, look at that. Look at that, guys. Look at this. We got tomatoes down there. We got tomatoes. I'm getting really happy. We're gonna have tomatoes here too. I don't know if the pollinators are getting in, but I come in here and give them a little buzz, you know? All right, let's go check out. Look at this girl. Look at this girl. Like, I did nothing to the soil but add worm compost, worm castings, and she has no issues whatsoever. She is perfectly healthy. I've never had a plant this healthy, no purpling on the stems, nothing. There's no deficiencies nowhere. She's just awesome. So I'm totally sold on the worm castings. That is my new thing. That is going to be my new thing for sure. Because, I mean, you can see the difference. Look. Okay, in a pot, right? No worm castings. You see purpling on the stems. You know, you can tell that they're lacking worm castings. Isn't that crazy? Proof is in the pudding right there. I need to come in here and top dress all this. Look at how much better this stuff would probably be doing if I added some worm castings to it. Whoa, look at it. Nice. We got some peppers growing. I harvested a few of these yellow peppers today. That's why there's none on here. And I harvested a jalapeno too. I made some salsa earlier. Our celery, look at that. Look at that. Nice. Got some broccoli flowering over here. That's okay. I'll have broccoli seeds. Sounds good to me. Whew. I'm getting ate up by mosquito. I don't know if you can see that welt on my wrist, like tearing me up out here. Goodness. Let's go walk over here and touch these last ones. Oop. Another survivor. Surviving on pure neglect. No cover. In Alaska. In the raised bed. It's trying to grow. It's trying to. You can tell the chickens have been in here, can you not? Look at that. They have turned that whole area. Wow. They were breaking out of the fence a lot. I revamped it so now they can't, because they were just walking up the deck and then coming down into the backyard, into my garden. So I had to reset the fence down. Should probably add some worm castings to these beds, because I mean, look. See those deficiencies? Look at this. I bet you if I had some worm castings on this potato bed right here, if this thing was full of worm castings and mulched, man, my potatoes would be looking amazing, I bet. I bet they would look amazing. So yeah, if you don't know about it, get on them worm castings, put that stuff on your garden, because that stuff is like magic. I had no idea. I've heard it, you know, since I started gardening. I've heard about black gold, right? I never knew about, like, I never bought any until just recently. I've never bought worm castings. So I didn't really understand what they meant, you know, like, what is this black gold? Well, look what it does to your trees. Look at this. I'm gonna have delicious apples And this tree looked busted when I got here. I threw down a couple handfuls of worm poop. Looking great, you know? So, you want awesome flowers? You want awesome vegetables? You want awesome medicine, herbs? Throw some worm poop on it. Yeah, you'd probably be surprised at how well. And then, to top it off, worm castings like repel pests. So the pests won't even want to bug your plants. You can't burn them. You can add as much worm poop as you want, and you'll never burn your roots. How many people have put fertilizer down and burnt their plants, killed their plants, and, you know, messed them up? I have, a lot of times. I'm talking about having issues with those plants, having, you know, nitrogen deficiencies or magnesium deficiencies or calcium or whatever, phosphorus. Throw in the worm poop, all of a sudden there's no issues. It's got all the nutrients and you know, minerals that the plant needs. It's crazy. So if I was you, I'd recommend going and get some worm poop and put it in your garden. Grab you a handful, toss it on your plants that you love, and they'll grow. They'll grow well. That's what I'm seeing. The plants that I don't have worm poop on, I can tell that I haven't put worm poop on them. The ones that I have put worm poop on, I mean, you see it. I got a giant tomato growing right there. That just happened this past week. I say this past week, but it's probably been 2 weeks. But yeah, we got great tomatoes growing up there. We got all these raspberries. This is nuts. Guys, this is crazy. Let me show you something else. Let's go take a look at the worm farm. I haven't got it set up yet, but I'll show you a little bit of what we got going on. Because the worms for the farm are gonna be here on Wednesday. As long as the weather's good. We haven't heard back yet. She's gonna let us know on Monday, tomorrow, if the weather is good enough to ship. And if it is, well, Wednesday we'll be in business. We'll be taking some worms, throwing them in some bedding, and trying to make some worm castings. Let's check out what we got going on here though. So I got all these buckets. I got like 660 of them. Like, I'm not gonna be able to get one off, of course. Here we go. I got all those buckets over there. Here's one of them. I filled it up with a little bit of dirt and left it out in the rain just to see what would happen. But yeah, so I'm gonna fill these up with some dirt, run some worms through it. I got compost, I got topsoil. We're gonna be adding some other organic materials to it probably. And yeah, it's gonna get processed down by the worms. And I'm gonna be harvesting the worm castings from each one of these buckets and selling them locally. And I'm really excited about it. Yeah, it's probably gonna be an exciting adventure because not only am I making a product that I can sell to people, but my garden is gonna just thrive, guys. Like, my garden is gonna be so amazing once this is up and running, because I'm never gonna have to go buy worm castings again. I'm gonna have all the worm castings. So I'm pretty excited about that because, I mean, who can say they've got all the worm castings they could ever need? Nobody. But I'm gonna be able to say that, and I'm really freaking excited. So let's get inside here and look at the equipment. See how we run this. All right, guys. We got her wired up. So I was spending my time earlier doing, getting her all wired up. the switch actually doesn't work on it. So I'm gonna have to talk to the manufacturer about that and see if maybe they'll send me a new switch, because that one does not work. But that's okay, because when I plugged it in, it turned on. So if it's gonna be stuck, at least it could be stuck in the on position, right? So this is the pulverizer, and this is gonna make my bedding. This is what I'm gonna use to mix up my bedding for my worms. And then here's how I'm gonna harvest my castings. I got this handy little machine over here that's got screens on it, right? And this will capture the worms and the castings will fall to the floor. And then I'll be able to bag that up and sell it. So yeah, pretty exciting stuff. And a flower of forest. Flower of forest or a forest of flowers? Guys, I'm in a forest of flowers. And I hear the bees buzzing. Woo! Pretty awesome. Thanks for coming to hang out with me today, guys. Got another garden tour in the books. I need to go out there and plant more, but I think it's kind of close to the end of the season. I think I dropped the ball this year on growing stuff, but I definitely plan to get this business up and running. And I got the tractor, so I plan to clear out an area over here and start working on a greenhouse. I would like to try and get the foundation for a greenhouse and maybe the framing up before winter, hopefully. Because if I could have a greenhouse, a big one this winter, game changer, guys. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm not gonna promise that because I don't even know. But yeah, like I said, thanks for coming to hang out with me. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new stuff. I'm gonna keep trying to make weekly content if I can. Hopefully I get better at this and streamline it and get into a routine. That would be ideal if I could get into a routine where I make these videos just, you know, on schedule. But yeah, till next time, guys. See you later.